the one, the only, Benzion. Good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube, Iyun and Benzion. Today's daf is Benzion Sotah, daf Lamed Daled. The beginning of today's daf is a machlokes. Exactly what happened when the Jordan River split, when they crossed over from the eastern part, from Jordan to Israel, basically through the Yarden, the Jordan River split. So, the top of Lamed Daled Aleph is machlokes. It says, the cave on the first word, the cave on the ragle kahana mayim. Once the feet of the Kohanim went into the water, chazro mayim nachareim. Now the water went backwards. What does that mean? It went backwards, right? When we had two splitting of the seas, the Yam Suf split, and the Jordan River split. So there's a lot of midrashim about Yam Suf splitting, but we don't talk about here. We're talking about the Yarden. It says the water went back lachareim. So what exactly does that mean? So the Gemara continues and says, the water that flows downward down the Jordan River, it formed a pile, which was 12 mil by 12 mil. Basically, it formed a pile of water for 12 mil, which was the size of the encampment of Israel. So by the time the encampment of Bnei Israel went through the water stopped for a time period. It was 12 mil by 12 mil high. Instead of that water being in the Yarden, it was piled up, waiting for the encampment to pass, and then it went back to its place. But Amar lo, that Divrei Rabbi Yehuda, that's the opinion of Rabbi Yehuda. Amar lo, Rabbi Shimon says to Rabbi Yehuda, Dvarecha Adam kalu mayim kalim. Which is faster? Which is swifter, water or people? Heavy Omer mayim kalim. Water is faster. Imkein by mayim v'shot v'nosan. If it was like you said, the water would wait for 12 mil by 12, and then by the time it was done, the water, right, piling up 12 by 12 mil, while in the middle of Klal Yisrael walking through it would consume them. Keep it. It would pile up much higher than the size of 12 mil 12. Mil, more than 300 miles, 300 kilometers, basically into space. It would be such a nace that everyone would see it. And he brings different psukim, and one of the psukim he brings to prove this, he says that it was such a miracle that everyone saw it. He brings from Rachav Azona, Amra l'shlucha Yeshua, kishamanu es asher hovis Hashem ezimei Yamsuf. She's talking, now, Rachav Azona only spoke once the Meraglim came. Oh, no, not really the Meraglim, when Moshe sent, I think it was Yoshua and Kalev, to scatter. So before they crossed the Jordan, Rachav told them that everyone in Canaan was afraid. Now the Jordan River didn't split at that point, so she was talking about the miracle of the splitting of the Yam Suf, the Sea of Reeds, when they left Mitzrayim. The Jordan didn't split. So what is a proof bringing from over here? That's the question. So the answer, I believe, is that, and how does Rabbi Yehuda answer Rabbi Shimon's question? Yes, water is swifter. Adding on to the question is that the Gemara on Lamed Daled Beis basically says, the top of Lamed Beis, Mar Savar Adam Kal, or Mar Savar Mayim Kal. According to Rabbi Yehuda, the Gemara asserts that Rabbi Yehuda felt that people are faster than water. What are they arguing about? Facts over here? Which the current of a stream of water is definitely faster than people walking, unless maybe they're running really fast, maybe like Usain Bolt. So what's going on over here? So I think it's just a machlokas of how the miracle happened. The words of the Gemara, Chazro mayim lachareim, doesn't mean the water just stood up, right? Gathered up. It dried up in the middle. Hovish, it dried up, and it formed, right, a big pile. And the current was going, but while it was forming the pile, Klal Yisrael passed through. That's what Rabbi Shimon says. And therefore it had to pile up 300 mil. By the time it piled up 300 mil, they were able to pass through. According to Rabbi Yehuda, it only piled up 12 mil by 12 mil. However, Chazro Mayim Lacharei means the current changed. The current, instead of going downward, went upwards. That's the miracle. The miracle was, yes, it was 12 mil by 12 mil, which was the size of the encampment of Israel. But what about Rabbi Shimon's question? The water is faster than people. Part of the miracle was, not only did it pile up, but also the current ran the other way. It ran upstream, not downstream. It ran upstream. So therefore, they had time to pass, because that was part of the miracle. And once they had passed by, then the miracle ceased, and it went back to running downstream, and it went back to its place. So when the Gemara says Yehuda held that Adam Kal, Adam is faster because the water reversed its course. It didn't go downstream. It reversed its course. Chazru lachareim, like he says, it went upstream. So therefore, they had time to pass through. According to the Shimon, the only miracle was that it dried up and it formed a big pile, but it was still running. The current was still running downstream. So therefore, it had to pile up really high for Klal Yisrael to pass through. I believe that's the correct explanation of Rabbi Yehuda. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.